All right, we are in step 5, which is the step where we're going to just open the door on the memory and catch, right? With our metaphorical catcher's mitt, you'll see the catcher's mitt metaphor below here. It is a very, very handy little accommodation where whatever comes out, it's going to go into our catcher's mitt. We're going to catch it, contain it, push it out of our awareness. The goal in this step, if we think about step 5, step 4, being a pump, where we're lightly activating. I mean, a tiny 1/1000th of an ounce of trauma is what we're trying to activate. A single frame of the memory is what we're trying to activate. We're pulling that content into awareness for just a moment. We're seeing it go into our container. We're pushing it out of awareness. And then while it's out of awareness, that's when we're going to degrade it by doing our calm scene with blinks. So again, the purpose of step 5 is to draw a tiny piece of the memory into awareness so that we can work on it. Now, if we are imagining we're opening the door, closing it on that traumatic room, and I'm using the room as a metaphor. This is a room in the limbic brain where this memory has been stored. We are not getting the whole memory out. All we're doing is glancing at it for just a moment. Whatever's distressing, we're catching that distress in this moment. The first little bit of distress, we're catching it, containing it, pushing it out of our awareness. And I say, let me know when it's gone. Because I want to know. When the client is indicating that it is gone, it lets me know that they've done the core task I've asked them to do. Now, if the client opens the door on the memory and instead of gets a single frame, or instead of gets the first little piece that comes, if the memory plays, the client has played too much. Another sign that the client may have played too much is a good bit of body activation. If a small amount of body activation comes, that's normal, that's expected. Vacuum it out. That's what the Shop Vac resource is for, that we've talked about in step 2. If too much activation comes, that is a really big problem, because if the body really starts to feel a certain way that may feel really, really confirming of the expectation in that bad memory, not only is the client not able to be in their calm scene because they've activated too much, but that activation in the body will start to be like a magnet for other memories to come, which is only going to exponentially make the problem worse. So we need to let the client know. As a matter of fact, one of the real active ingredients is we're entering an agreement with the client not to go there. We are going to open the door, close it. I jokingly describe this as like Catholic teen dating. We have an agreement to ish, but we are not going to go there. We're going to very quickly open the door, close it. We are not going to fall into that memory. You're not gonna fall into that memory, right? Clients' parts will like that, right? That agreement, that plan not to fall into the memory, not to let the memory video play. We're only looking for a tiny, tiny piece. If the client opens the door, the memory pulls them in. Well, we've talked about that already. In prior steps, we have sensory grounding to manage flashbacks. It's important to teach every client sensory grounding resources so that if this does happen, you have strategies to get them back into the safety of the room. The vast majority of the time, when clients have problems containering, it is because they've overactivated. Again, they've looked at the memory too long. The way we manage overactivation is by dramatically decreasing the amount of time the client is exposed to the trauma. Okay, so how do we activate? How do we microactivate? This content? Bring it into awareness, put it in the container, push it out of awareness. We say something like the following. Very quickly, open the door on the bad memory and immediately close it. I will do this a lot with clients. My clients see this, right? So that paired, I will even have clients copy this with me. so that paired with an opening, there's a somatic sense of closing. So that what opening means is also closing. So very quickly, open the door on the bad memory and immediately close it. Close it. Whatever you notice in this millisecond, catch it, contain it, push it out of your awareness, let me know when it's gone. That's one way you might do it. Another way you may say is very quickly check the memory for 1 millisecond. In the instant you find something, immediately container it and push the container out of your awareness. Let me know when it's gone. Okay? There's a helpful metaphor called the catcher's mitt metaphor that I really like. It's beneath this content. That will let you kind of use the catcher's mitt, so whatever comes out, you don't have to touch it directly. It can go straight into your catcher's mitt, see it go into your container, push it out of your awareness. Okay? So when the client tells you it's gone, immediately go to step 4 for calm scene blinks. Okay? So I'm going to walk you through what this looks like from the end of step 4 to the beginning of step 5 to the end of step 5 to going right back to step 4 for the beginning of step 4. So we would have said blink, 5 seconds, blink, 5 seconds, blink, 5 seconds, blink, 5 seconds, blink. The last time we say blink in step 4, we're asking the client, how did that go? Right? Or were you able to find your way back into the calm scene? Good. If they say they were, we're immediately going to step 5. Very quickly, open the door, close it, whatever's distressing in this millisecond, catch it, contain it, push it out of your awareness, let me know when it's gone. Good, it's gone. Good. Load up your calm scene, let me know when you're there. Boom. So there is no pausing, there's no delays. We are in this loop between step 4, step 5, step 4, step 5, step 4, step 5, over and over and over. We are in this loop until we ask the client, very quickly open the door on the memory, close it, whatever's distressing in this millisecond, catch it, contain it, let me know when it's gone. The client will say, after about 20 minutes, 30 minutes of doing this, the client will say, I cannot find the distress in the memory by glancing at it. Okay? Good. That's when we go to step 6. If you think that the client is near the end of running out of content and glancing at the memory, all you need to do is give them this piece of guidance. When you struggle to find the content, when you struggle to find what's distressing in this moment, just let me know. That's it. When you glance at the memory and you can't find anything distressing, let me know. We'll go to step 6. Okay? So beneath this, I'm putting everything from the troubleshooting and the FAQ sections of the script below for you to review. Part of what I want you to review is that information. Step 5 is when we're actually handling the lava of trauma. I want you to know what to do should the client has a meltdown, or should the client be holding this instead of hot potatoing it, they're holding it, and things are smoking. You're going to need to intervene. These kinds of things will help instruct you about how to intervene in a way that really does support this being a safe experience for your clients and vicariously for you as well.
And blink. Okay, how'd that go?
Good.
Okay, good. Very quickly, open, close. Think about the bad memory for just a fraction of a second. Catch it, contain it, push it out of your awareness. Let me know when it's gone. Okay, good. Load up your calm scene. Let me know when you're there.